Welcome to another episode of Somebody Did Something. Good morning, everyone. Mom, are you there? So, talking about somebody did something, did you hear what happened in Jackson, Mississippi with the 215 or so bodies they found in a cemetery?
Yeah, that is so sad, but I don't know what's going on. Did you hear what happened in California with the homeless?
No, what happened in California with the homeless?
Well, you know that when she from China was coming over, they cleaned it all up and they took the homeless away. And did you hear anything about what happened to them?
No, I didn't hear anything about what happened to them, but I thought that was funny when they cleaned the streets of the homeless because I felt like China knows everything that goes on in the United States. So why did they do that for? It's like when you're coming over to visit me and I try to extra clean and you're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying because nobody knows what happened to the homeless, and no one is reporting about it. Now somebody did something to those homeless people, and they're nowhere to be found, and nobody's saying anything. No news. Nobody cares. That's bad. Something bad is going on in this country, and nobody's talking about it.
So are the homeless not back? I'm going to have to look into that. Are they not back at all?
Oh, the homeless are not back, and nobody knows what happened to them, but nobody's saying anything.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Yeah.
Talking about homeless not coming back, like leaving and not coming back. Did you hear what's going on in Poland?
Oh, Poland doesn't want to accept the Ukrainians back.
I know.
That is,
I mean,
but you
mhm.
know, I have always said that because they left because there was war and we were gonna get killed. Blah, blah. And no, they went for vacation for Christmas and now they want to come back. No, no, no. But you know where else that's happening? That's happening in Cuba. If you go to Cuba now for vacation, a couple of people are stuck over there because why would you go to vacation from a place that you left because you couldn't beat it? They're doing that now too. Yeah. So
That's interesting. Yeah, I feel bad for the people in Ukraine, even though I understand what's going on. Because I don't know. Growing up, I always thought that war was bomb, bomb, bomb. People die, 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 right? But come to find out, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and bomb you from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. here and here. And then I'm going to give you time to do a TikTok video between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. and go record. I, I, I don't know. Growing up, I thought war was war, and this is just weird. You're
oh,
right. Go ahead.
that's how war used to be. They will bomb and kill everybody. Now I was watching this on TV and they're bombing like, oh, well, there's no people. I said, what? What's the idea?
Yeah. I
So that's not war. That's not a game.
Yeah, well, there is things called war games. But yeah, I I, I agree. It's weird. It's probably
But I still say, if you got away because you were afraid that you were going to get killed, don't go back. And Poland doesn't play that game.
yes,
Poland doesn't accept people in a country just because.
y-
No, no, no.
yes,
No, no, no.
you're right. Poland is not playing that game, and um, it is understandable. I wasn't aware that that was going on here with Cuba because,
Yeah,
again, you're right. If you left because you were scared for your life, why are you going back?
exactly.
Interesting. But going back to the homeless, so they're not back. I'm gonna have to look into that because
Well, the
that
last time they were back and they don't know where they are.
that's sad. That's sad. Interesting. But mom, the Mississippi, the 215 bodies that they found in a cemetery, unmarked graves, were people that were missing or that they found dead, the city found dead, and they didn't go ahead and notify next of kin. They just said, oh, well, even though these people had ID with them And some is being reported that some were actually had missing persons report and family were actively looking for them. They happened to be dead and buried by the county.
Oh my,
Isn't that sad?
that is sad. That's terrible.
And now the sheriff is saying that he has a new implementation of notifying. I'm like, what was the
Oh,
old policy?
now they have it. He said he had it back then, and they get any excuse to come out right.
Yeah.
Any excuse they have to.
It's
Yeah, maybe the old policy was you don't have to notify. So if you don't have to notify, they didn't notify.
well, the old policy was that you had to notify.
Uh,
I guess the new policy is that you have to notify. Before it was just
no,
one half. Now it's two half.
the old policy was you have to notify. This policy is you must notify.
Oh yes, yes. And you know how it is. Somebody does something and then it gets fixed by a rewarding of the old policy and voila.
Yeah,
Everything's
from
okay with the
now,
world.
and it's always from now on. This will not happen again until it happens again. Because that's
That's
always what happens.
that's so true. My favorite one is moving forward. This is not gonna happen again.
Mhm.
That's funny. Oh, talking about moving forward, David sent me a Twitter that I was looking into, and I guess United Airlines went ahead and inspected their airplanes, and they found that the same spot had loose bolts. So we were right in thinking that the people or the mechanism, because I don't know if it's automated or not, that were making that plane, that particular space, had loose bolts. And oh,
We were right. We were right, and we were right because the inspectors who inspected were not inspecting right. Because inspectors, maybe the inspectors they have now are people that they're just hiring because they need to hire a certain kind of people, certain category, certain number, and they're not as smart as they should be. I'm sorry, but they're not. They're just doing it because we're getting paid to do this, and no, that's okay. That's okay, and
yeah.
that's it. Let's go on and have a drink.
Well, or maybe the inspectors thought that the workers would not miss a freaking bolt. I mean,
Yeah, that's their job.
yeah.
So that the inspectors should get in trouble.
Yes, you're right. I don't know how inspections work on a plane, so I
Well,
don't
they
know
found it now.
why didn't I find it back then.
Right. Exactly. No,
Yeah.
no. Because they were counting on their inspectors. So when they saw something happen, somebody did something. So then they went and said, oh, we better check, make sure that our inspectors are really inspecting and making sure. So that's what happened.
Now we're going to have a new policy. Moving forward, the policy is you must inspect instead of you
You,
just have to inspect.
you must. That's the new word for them. You must do it.
You must do it. That is funny. Um, did you hear about the mask? Mask might be coming back. Do you have mask mandates now at your hospital or you're good?
Well, this is kind of dumb. I went to my doctor and she tells me, oh, Roberta, so the masks are implemented again. I said, no, not in my hospital. She said, yeah, because it's the same hospital. And she said, yeah, all doctors' offices received a letter that they had to wear masks. That's why you see us all in masks. So she was wearing masks. Everybody in the office was wearing masks. I said, not at the hospital. So then I come back to the hospital 2 days later that I go to work and I tell one of the people that know more, I said, yeah, I went to my doctor's office and they said that masks were implemented. And they told me, oh, yeah, it's implemented in the doctor's office, which belongs to the same group of people. But in the hospital where I work, it's implemented only for the visitors, not for us. We do not have to wear the mask, but visitors must wear the mask. I don't know where this is going. I don't know why, but that's what's happening right now.
So you mean to tell me that the facility with sick people doesn't have to wear a mask, but the people that coming in from the outside world, where the possibility of having sick people in a high concentration is less, need to wear the mask inside the place where you house the sick people.
Right. Because for me, I believe that they're thinking that the people outside are not washing their hands as much, so they're getting COVID and not saying it. But us inside, if we wash our hands, make sure we don't touch anything, clean it, this and that. I don't get it, but that's
Yeah.
what they're.
Yeah.
That's what
Well, with the hand washing, then they should implement mandatory glove wearing or something instead of a mask. That's so funny.
yeah, for the people coming in too, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's for a lot of people, it wasn't a pandemic. It was a pandemic because if this would have been a real pandemic, why did the homeless didn't die? They don't do checkups on homeless. They don't wash their hands. They don't wash anything.
This
They
is
didn't die.
this is true.
All all the people that were exempt from getting the vaccine didn't die. All the illegals coming in that didn't get the vaccine, they didn't die. You know, only people that got the vaccine were in the hospital. A lot of them died. So this is something that that's not making sense to me. And I saw a lot of people die with the vaccine. I'm sorry, but they did die.
Yes, yes. People people did pass away from this. People did pass away from this COVID. I just don't know if it was just the COVID. Like people pass away from the flu, right? There's people don't pass away from the flu, and there's people that do pass away from the flu. Um,
Yeah,
I don't think it was what they told us. You're gonna get COVID, and you're going to 100% pass away because
I think it was the flu, and they just gave it a name of COVID because they wanted to scare people. And so, oh, COVID, COVID, oh. It was just a flu. It was just a bad flu.
yeah, and super, super bad cold. I'm like, it's the flu. I mean, the flu does cause deaths, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
COVID
many people.
does cause deaths, but I think they scared us a little bit too much because I thought I was done for. I thought I was done for. I thought I was gonna step out that door and die at the beginning when everybody was saying, "Oh, it's just a cold." I'm like, "No, people are dying. China doesn't quarantine people just because it's a cold." And then it came here. And then I saw, like you said, I saw, wait a minute, nobody's passing away at the hospitals. I was waiting for the, sorry, I was waiting for the hospital or the news to say this hospital is closed due to a high infection of all staff. When I saw the staff that was dealing with it 100% of the time wasn't getting ill and hospitals were closing, I was like, wait a minute. How contagious is this? How deadly is this really that hospitals aren't closing down because their staff is getting sick?
It's
Because,
true. In my hospital, the hospital I work in, some people got COVID. No hospital personnel died. None, not even one of COVID. Why? Why?
yeah,
Because they needed them to work, I guess. Nobody died, thank God, but nobody died.
thank God. No, yeah, well, maybe that's why. Maybe the Lord was like, no, we need you to work. You're not gonna
Yes,
die. You're gonna get
right,
the deadliest disease known
right,
to 2020, but you're gonna work. You're not gonna die.
right, right, exactly.
That is funny. But I mean, I feel sorry for everybody. I mean, we had family members that passed away,
Right.
unfortunately, during this and because of this, allegedly. So let's
Yeah.
just, yeah, it's sad. It's sad to say, but Well, we'll
Yeah.
see if they bring masks back. I know that there's something going around that everybody is sick, super sick. We got it. Um, Everybody here in the state is getting it. I know everybody in
Yeah.
my city is getting it. I went to get some Dayquil the other day just to have something to, just in case I get sick, I have it. And
Mhm.
all the shelves were empty. So
Yeah, everybody's taking that.
some people are getting really sick.
Yeah.
But anyway, how's the hospital? Are people like coming in more? Are you maxed out?
Not really. That's a lot of patients, but not a lot of people with that cough and that COVID stuff, whatever. No, not a lot of people are coming in with that. As a matter of fact, we don't even have one patient with COVID on my floor. None.
Okay.
And we used to have the whole floor back then full of COVID,
Well, that's
supposedly COVID.
that's good. I mean,
That's great. We don't have to mask up. Really, with that 95. We don't even have to mask up. Only the visitors have to mask.
yeah. I mean, that's still so funny. Like, it's shocking to me that the visitor has to mask up, but you guys, again, it's probably like you said, they realize that COVID doesn't affect workers and workers could keep working.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
think about it,
We have a we have an invisible stop sign for COVID to that answer.
I, I mean, if anything, it shows that we were overly cautious and they overly scared us, right? At the beginning was if you had COVID, you needed to stay quarantined for 2 weeks, yada, yada, yada. Now I have friends that are teachers, they get COVID and it's like, okay, come back to work.
Oh yeah.
And
There you go.
mask is optional. So
Yeah.
you could get COVID, go to class with 30 little souls, and it's like, okay, just come back to work. We need you to work.
Yeah.
So um, that I don't know if it shows that COVID's getting better because progressively colds, viruses, they um, go less in intensity. Some viruses, not all viruses, as they progress, or we were just overly scared at the beginning. Or maybe it
Yeah.
was propaganda from China.
Everybody was full. That's it. Everybody got full with that COVID.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think you might be onto something there, Mom. But anything else going on in your world, in the
I haven't
Epstein
heard.
world?
I haven't heard much because I worked yesterday and I slept home.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's good. That's good. Well, I heard today they were saying that there might be videotapes of certain individuals.
Oh no, that's been going. You see, I knew this before this came out because I go into whatever and find out stuff. There are videos of these things. That's what's happening. They're like saying little names so people could deny it. And so, oh no, that wasn't me. They're lying, blah, blah. But then when the videos come out and the pictures come out, what are they going to say then? They can't deny it. But they do it. I mean, I don't know. I hear they're doing this like on purpose, just giving out the names so people can say, no, that wasn't me. I wasn't there. I didn't do that. And then, okay, and who's this person here?
Yeah,
And who's this phone call with your voice? So
but you
it's
do.
going to get ugly. It's going to get real ugly.
Yeah, but you do know that what's going to happen is when these videos do come out, what is going to occur is we're going to hear they're deep fakes, that they're not
No,
real, they're
no.
computer generated.
Yes, but there's there's ways of telling if it's fake or if it's real. That's the thing.
True,
Yeah.
but
So
unfortunately, um, even if there's ways of saying if it's true or real, when people make up their mind if it's real or fake, you the Lord could come down from heavens and say, this is 100% legit. And you're going to have the people that are going to go, oh no, it's fake. The Lord, who? Who are you to say it's real? People are going
Yeah,
to believe what they want to believe.
because of the propaganda on TV, they'll tell you what to believe. But people are getting, people now are smarter than they were like 3 years ago, maybe because now they know. Especially with this COVID stuff, open a lot of people to wait a minute. These people were lying to us, content every day. So many people have died. So many people have died. So many people have died. But then we noticed that people that we knew, yeah, some died, but not like they said. Homeless didn't die. Um, Workers didn't die. Illegals didn't die. So then now people know that these people were lying to them.
Yeah,
So they're not going to believe them as much as anymore.
I
So
I
a
used
lot of people are going to say, no, 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 no. Don't give me that's a lie. Those pictures are true.
I used to believe that people were just listening to propaganda, and there's some of that, but I don't think that people listen to propaganda as much as we think. Maybe I'm just being cynical, but I just think that it's something within people themselves. They want to believe something, so they believe in. You don't even have to do a lot of propaganda. It's ingrained in them. Their brains are set because
Oh,
you could tell them until you're blue in the face, listen, this is fake. People have said this is fake. There has been court cases saying this is fake. And people have apologized because this is fake. And they still believe it's true. And
it's
I don't,
their brainwash with everything they heard. Every day they're saying, this is killing, this is killing, this is a killer, this is a killer. And you thought, oh no, that was, oh yes, it was. I heard it. It's in my brain. I heard it. I know it is. That's what it is.
yeah,
So it's going to take time for people to get over that. But a lot of people are getting over it.
well, maybe a lot of people are getting over it. Maybe they're taking like the red or blue pill and like waking up. But I just think some people, it's just it's just them. They are never going to see the truth because they don't want to see the truth, because seeing the
Uh,
truth will impact who they are in some way. I,
yeah.
I don't know. But on that note, I am going to let you be for today. Go
All
have
right.
your breakfast, go have your eggs.
Yep. It's about that time.
It is about that time. I saw the clock and I figure you'll text me here saying, okay, let's cut this. I'm hungry. Um, all right, Mom. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, Mama.
Bye.